Good morning. In this topic, we'll discuss about Linux booting process and troubleshooting. So first, we'll start with the Linux booting process. What is booting process basically? Booting process occurs in between the two instances. The first instance is when we press a power on switch of a computer, and second instance is when we are getting a login screen. So whatever the process occurs in between these two instances is nothing but Linux booting process. So what happens in the booting process? When we power on the switch of a computer, the control will transfer to the firmware. Firmware may be a BIOS firmware or it may be a UEFI firmware. This firmware runs a post. Post is nothing but power on self test. What it does, this post checks all the components connected to the system is working or not by sending a small signal that is called power good signal. Okay, if all the connected components are working properly, the firmware searches a bootable device according to the boot sequence given in the firmware. Then firmware reads MBR or GPT partition table available on the bootloader on the booting device, and then control will get transferred to the bootloader. So bootloader provides you the operating system choice menu. So this operating system choice menu is when you start the computer, you are getting one screen, and on that screen it is showing which operating system you wanted to log in. So that is provided by the bootloader. In RHEL7, we have a bootloader called grub2 bootloader. Then this grub2 bootloader loads a kernel image. So this grub2 bootloader loads the VM Linux kernel image. Then the grub2 extracts the contents of initram fs image from the kernel. This initram fs is a working module of a kernel, working module of a kernel. Then kernel loads the drivers module from initram fs. The drivers will be required to operate the devices on the computer, like graphics, keyboard, mouse. So whatever the devices we have or what are the components we have on the system, to work that component they require drivers. So drivers will get loaded into the RAM. Then kernel starts the first process available in Linux. In RHEL7 we have the first process available is system D and having process ID 1. Prior version of Linux, we were having the first process was init, and init was having a process ID 1. Now this is the parent process of all the process. Now this system D process takes over. This control will transfer to the system D process. Okay, and it will run number of configuration files from the system, and at last you will get a login prompt. So what configuration files does it execute? It is given here. First it reads configuration file from /etc/systemd directory. So it reads it is having information about the system configuration. Then it reads the file linked by /etc/systemd system default target. So what this tells to the system, it shows what is the default target. It may be a graphical target or it may be a multi-user target. Multi-user target is nothing but the command line, no graphics. Then then it executes some file available under /etc/rc.local, and at last you will get a login screen available. Next we'll discuss about how to shut down and reboot the systems. we have command like systemctl power off, a command for shutdown, but we can power off the system using only power off command. This power off command is nothing but symbolic link or soft link for systemctl power off. We have one more option to power off system is I need 0. I need 0 we were using in RHEL6, but this I need 0 is a symbolic link for systemctl power off. It's just for backward compatibility. Same for restart as well. We have command systemctl reboot. The systems we can reboot the system using only reboot command. This reboot command is a soft link for systemctl reboot, as well as we can reboot the system using init6. So next we'll discuss about available targets. System D targets. Targets means was through which target your system will start when you are starting the computer. There are 4 targets are available. One is graphical target. The graphical target means whenever you start the system, you will get graphical interface. So if you have the graphical interface, then you can run the text-based login also. This text-based login is nothing but a multi-user target. So if you install the graphical target, so system supports multiple users, graphical target as well as text-based target, that means multi-user target. The multi-user target is already included in the graphical target. Next one is graphical target. System supports multiple users, but it is having only text-based login. Next 2 targets are rescue targets and emergency targets. These targets we used in the troubleshooting, used for the troubleshooting. The rescue targets, SU login prompt provides SU login prompt, basic system initialization completed. And emergency target provides SU login prompt, I need RAM FS pivot completed, and system root mounted on read-only mode. What is the difference between rescue target and emergency target? In rescue target, system root is mounted as a read write, and in emergency mode, system root that is forward slash is mounted as read only. So these 2 modes we use in troubleshooting the troubleshooting purpose. To show the default targets, we can use command systemctl get defaults. It will show what is the default target for the system. If you wanted to change the target, the command for changing the default target are systemctl space set dash default and name of the target. Here we have mentioned name of the target as multi dash user target. So whenever next time system will boot, system will start with the command line. Multi-user target specifies command line. If you want to select the target at runtime, so the command for selecting the target at runtime are systemctl isolate multi-user target. This command shows the list dependencies of the specific target. Here it shows the dependencies of graphical target. So graphical target includes graphical as well as multi-user target. So it will show the dependencies for graphical target. It will show both the targets, graphical as well as multi-user. Suppose we wanted to change the target at boot time. What we need to do? We need to reboot the system. Okay, operating system choice menu will be displayed. At that time we need to press E, search the line starting with Linux system, take the cursor at the end of the line and append this. What we need to append, system d.unit is equal to desired.target, and this we do in the cases when we wanted to troubleshoot. So instead of desired.target, what we need to mention, we can mention rescue as well as emergency target, and after that to boot the system we need to press Ctrl S. Ctrl X will reboot the system. So next point, we will see how to reset the password for root. This password we need to reset in case we lost or forget the root account password. So here we need to do, we are not able to log in because we have lost the password for root. So we'll restart the system. When operating system choice menu will get displayed, we'll press E. Then we'll find the line starting with Linux system. At the end we'll append rd.break. Rd.break means we are login through emergency mode. And we'll press Ctrl X. So when the system will boot, we are able to log into the system, and it's in the read-only mode because it's a emergency mode. So then we need to remount your system root as a read write. Then change the system root using chroot/sysroot. Change the user password using means root password we need to change using passwd. Then we need to create auto reliable file. This is the hidden file we need to create underscore under forward slash. This file we need to create to change the SLinux labeling to a default state, and then we need to reboot. So this is the way to recover password for root. If you have any problem with the booting, sometimes it may be a problem with the system file /etc/fstab. The /etc/fstab file contains mount points. So if you have any issue faces with the mount points, you are not able to log into the system. At that time, log in with the emergency mode or a skim mode. Make appropriate changes into /etc/fstab and restart the system. Your problem will get resolved. Sometimes we may face we are not able to log into the system because some stuck jobs are there. So at that time also we need to reboot the system, log in with the emergency mode. We can check the jobs using systemctl list jobs. We can kill that jobs and we can start the system. Next, sometimes we may face issues with the bootloader file, and your bootloader file is grub.cfg available under /boot/grub2. This file is very important file. It is not recommended to modify this file directly. So instead of directly modifying the file, we need to use grub2-mkconfig file. So the command is given to repair the boot issues. The next we'll discuss, suppose your bootloader file, that is grub.cfg, is lost or corrupted. So what process we need to follow to recover that file? So the steps are given below. We'll explain in short. We need to insert RHEL7 DVD into the DVD-ROM. If we are using a virtual machine, then we'll link ISA image file to the VM. Then restart the system. During restart the system, if it is a VM, then boot the server using DVD or ISA image. Boot the server using DVD. or ISO image. For that we need to make changes into the firmware. The firmware might be your BIOS or UEFI. Then we will have option for troubleshooting. We need to select that option for troubleshooting. Then it is asking to enter into the rescue mode. So we need to enter into the rescue mode. Then it will ask to type 1. Just type 1, press 1 to continue to find the OS image and get the shell prompt. So here we'll get the shell prompt. On the shell prompt we need to enter one command, chroot /mnt / sys image. Okay, here we need to install grub2 bootloader on the default disk using grub2-install space dev space /dev/sda. By default dev sda is a default is available. Then we'll check whether the grub.cfg is created _boot/grub2. If it is not, I think it is not created, we need to run the command grub2-mkconfig space -o space /boot space grub2 /grub2.cfg. This will create a grub.cfg file under boot /boot/grub2, and you need to reboot the system. Okay, you will get operating system choice menu and we are able to log into the system. Now we'll see this practically. Into the system. We need to check the default targets. For command to check targets, get default. So default target is a graphical thing. If you wanted to change the default target to multi-user target, so we need to give systemctl set default multi-user target. Now we'll check what is the default target. Default target is multi-user target. We'll check the dependencies of the graphical target. So the graphical target will contain multi-user target as well. So these are the dependencies for graphical target. Now we'll see how to recover the root password. So recovering the root password, I will first change the password for root. Currently password for root is Red Hat, and okay, I changed the password. I given a random password, so even I don't know what the password I set over here, and I tried to log in over here. So I'm not able to log in. So what we need to do, we need to first reboot the system. To reboot the system, and this here we need to press E, here we need to press E. We'll search for Linux system, entry for Linux system. So this is a Linux system. We'll go to the end of this file. Here we'll do rd dot, we'll append rd dot break. Okay, and then press Control X. Control X will reboot the system. Will able to log into the system. With root will be the forward slash will be in the read only mode. So mount. Your system root, sysroot is mounted on read only. So what I need to do, I need to mount it with read write. We'll give command mount -o remount, comma we wanted to mount it read on write sysroot. Okay, now we check your system root is mounted with read write. We'll change to sysroot. Here we'll change the password. We'll set password as Red Hat. We'll need to create hidden file auto as auto relabel. This file we are created for SE Linux context type to get it defaults. To change it defaults means during the system reboot, SE Linux context type will set to default. All the data SE Linux context type will set to default, and here will exit and reboot. So once we log into the system, we are able to log in with the change password. Okay, next thing we will discuss how to recover the lost bootloader file. Our bootloader file is available under /boot /grub2. Okay, what I will do, I will delete the file grub2.cfg and restart the system. So the file has been deleted. I will give the reboot command. So I have this prompt, so we are not able to log into it. So what I need to do, I need to insert DVD into the DVD-ROM. Here I am using VM. So I have assigned the path for the RHEL7 DVD. Okay, will power off this virtual machine, and now I wanted to start it. So what I will do, I wanted to power on to firmware, means it will go to the system firmware. So why I log into the system firmware, I need to change the boot order. Initially it was hard drive was a higher priority. Here I will change the priority. The first boot device is CD-ROM, and then the hard disk having the priority. So we'll escape, save it. So I am getting this window. So here I need to go to the troubleshooting. Need to press rescue Red Hat Enterprise Linux system. So here I need to press 1 to continue. It will give me a prompt. Here also I need to press enter. Here I need to press enter a command. So we need to mount this MNTSys image. Okay, so here I will check what is the hardest available. Install hardest. So it is showing. So SDA hard disk. I have only one hard disk SDA. So SDA is a default hard disk. So here I need to give the command grub2-install date SDA. Okay, so this types perform. Will check whether the grub.cfg has been created or not. So I will go to the boot. Then so grub.cfg is not available. So what I will do, I need to run one command, grub2-mkconfig -o boot grub2 grub.ch. Okay, so it will create bootloader file, that is grub.ch. Now see, this grub.ch has been created. Here I need to press exit, okay, and then reboot. So now I am able to log into the, sorry, one step I forget. So I need to change the boot order. Your hard disk should have the higher priority than the serial one. So I will go to power on to founder. We'll change the boot order. Now we should able to get okay. So I should get the login prompt and able to log in there. Thank you.